Hello to all my friends out there. So I was having fun this week, and I pretty much proved to myself that in some dire emergency, I could earn $3 at least a day collecting cans and $3 a day gambling. So now what I want to do is find 50-cent cans of food so that I can make really cheap meals if I needed to. Just like if I needed to, I know I can find $3 worth of cans. That would actually be pretty easy if you went at the right times to the trolley center, where I was going to the casino yesterday. So what I did is I tried to locate 50-cent cans of food, and they're not that easy to find. And I thought, wow, all I can find is these vegetables. And I thought, well, in that case, you got to make stuff out of vegetables. So I'm also doing this thing, what can I do to make life good right now, today? Not like in the distant future, but today. So one of the things I could do is I could find some cheap meals, because it's going to cost me nothing to exist, basically, if I'm eating pretty cheap meals. So, okay, I can find corn for 50 cents a can, cream corn and corn. And corn is good because you can mix corn with black beans, and if you have some salsa and some chips, you're in business. Or you could make some corn soup. So I'm coming up with seven 50-cent cans. Green beans. If you cook your green beans with salt, pepper, and some bacon, and you stock your freezer full of bacon ends, you're going to make all kinds of stuff out of bacon ends. So green beans, it's green beans with bacon and cornbread. Sweet potatoes. Okay, sweet potatoes are not $1, but if you use half a can, you can make quite a few pancakes, sweet potato pancakes. And I posted a recipe for you guys on, this is the recipe. If you want the full recipe, go to my Twitter. I don't leave the stuff up forever, but I stockpile Bisquick. This is Betty Crocker sweet potato pancakes with eggs would be good. So if you wanted to have like some cheap food and you had some sweet potatoes and eggs, you can exist pretty well. Oh, and another thing, if you guys live in that area where you're supposed to have the power outage, make sure you have a charger for your phone in your car. That's going to be bad if you don't have a phone. Okay, pork and beans. With pork and beans, you can make baked beans with cornbread. And here's a good, easy baked bean recipe. So just by keeping these 50-cent foods in your stockpile, you're going to be able to come up with some meals once or twice a week. I prefer meat, potatoes, and vegetables, but these cheap meals are good to have. Okay, if you stockpile tomato paste, you can make ketchup. So you're not going to be running out of ketchup. But with that, you can also make tomato soup. Let me give you the recipe. I have it written down. I was talking about it yesterday. This is from Jen from New York City Saves Money, her channel. And I like this. It tastes really good. I made it last night when I made meatloaf. KY Rambling Granny, all one word. That was a really great meatloaf. I layered it with meatloaf, cheese, and then meatloaf. That was a really good meatloaf, and it was cheap too. But if you make that ketchup, I'll post that on Twitter. If you make that ketchup, then you can add milk to it, and then you can make a grilled cheese sandwich, and that's cheap. I have in my refrigerator milk I made out of coffee creamer, 1 cup hot water, 1/3 cup coffee creamer. I might try that tonight in this with my ketchup, which sounds horrible. But I made a couple things this week. I made macaroni and cheese and something else with that coffee creamer milk. So the point is like you can make things better right now just by, finding a few cheap meals. All you need is food, water, and a clean, dry place to sleep. So when you start living really cheap, if you've noticed the past few days, I have spent next to no money. I do it all the time. This morning I sent off my red dress that I sold on eBay. If you guys want to see it, go to my Instagram. Just go Rotastone Instagram, and you can see some of the pretty stuff I've sold. Okay, now, some of the cereal or soups I can find for 50 cents are cream of chicken, celery, and mushroom soup. What I do with that, and this is good. Last night, what was so good about that meatloaf is you can put it in the oven real quick and it bakes while you're doing other things. And chicken is one of the cheapest things you can ever buy. I bought chicken at Aldi's, 99 cents a pound, and I liked it. It was pretty good. I was shocked. Aldi's is pretty good. I like Aldi's. I couldn't find many 50-cent cans of food there though, but it could have just been because it's sold out. Okay, dust lightly, like as lightly as you possibly can, dust your chicken, and then mix your soup. Either, I usually use cream of chicken, one can chicken, cream of chicken, 1 can water, and pour that over your chicken. And bake at 350, and I usually like that with baked potatoes and sour cream, and that's really easy, and everything is baking and it's not a big mess. So if you get those 50-cent cans of soup, okay, Vienna sausages and fried eggs, those are 50 cents a can. Also, I think they're good if you just boil them in sauerkraut and make mashed potatoes. Sometimes I make meatballs just out of regular hamburger. I boil my meatballs in the sauerkraut with mashed potatoes or sausages. Usually I grill those. Okay, with potted meat, you can get for 50 cents. And what I like to make out of that, well, just a regular sandwich with potted meat, mayonnaise, and mustard is good. And then you also, though, what's good is potted meat and cheese, like a grilled cheese sandwich. That's good too. And you can make some tomato soup. Okay, now one of the things I want to try, this is like one of my brilliant ideas, right? Okay, you can get the chicken noodle soup for 50 cents. And then I want to try KY Rambling Granny's dumplings. What she did is she just patted her dumplings out and tore them in pieces. So I want to make my chicken noodle soup and bring it to a boil and then tear up some of those biscuits, you know, when the soup is boiling, and stir them around until the biscuits are done. I did that in Top Ramen. That was really good. But I want to try that in the 50-cent can of soup. So now I'm on the lookout for 50-cent cans of food for the stockpile. But what I do is I try to eat my stockpile a couple times a week. Corn, green beans, sweet potatoes, tomato paste, the 50-cent cans of cream of mushroom, celery, and chicken soup, Vienna sausages, potted meat, and chicken noodle soup. That's 7. So for 50 cents would be what? $3.50. So for $3.50, if you stockpile those 7 items, that gives you about a week of cheap food, and it's not going to kill you once you get used to eating it. And then another thing that I've been making that's really, really cheap is taquitos, which doesn't really sound that good, but actually, like if you had that green beans and bacon, and then you had a couple of like taquitos, either with meat or chicken, and I just roll stuff up in my corn. Oh, I heard something horrifying. Somebody said that where they lived, they were out of tortillas. That would be bad, you know. But I rolled hot dogs up in corn tortillas, chicken, hamburger, potatoes, just like anything I could think of. I'm going to be trying to think of some more taquito stuff. Oh, if you guys have any good taquito recipes, if you will leave it under comments, that would be greatly appreciated. Or if you do a video and you tell us about the video, that would be greatly appreciated so we can all watch it. And my followers run over and watch that stuff. When I go to people's channels, guess what I see? I see all my followers. And their channels are growing good too. I am one of these people that thinks everybody can be successful. I don't have to guard my stuff. No, absolutely not. I put it out there so you can all share it. Also, if you have any good ideas of how to earn $3 a day that's legal, let us know too. Or if you have a video. One of the best ways, like, to ensure that you're going to be okay is to start some kind of self-employment job. Like, you know, I wanted to start the swap meet business, the eBay business, and that way you're in charge of your own little business. And if you need $3, you can just, you know, sell some of your stuff, and it's really going to help you out. The money comes rolling in. It depends how hard you want to work. Historically, one of the only ways people have been able to really make money is to move up into the merchant class, where they were selling merchandise rather than labor. So put it into the back of your mind how you could possibly do that. I think one thing is dealing a real product. Like, I don't even care if it's a used dress or a pair of shoes. You know, at the swap meet, shoes sell good. Personally, shoes, other people's shoes, no thank you. But one way to really, the eBay is very easy to do, you guys, if you have never tried it. So if you have any good tips on how to earn money, when I was going to the casino, I saw somebody had a little roadside business selling pomegranates, which are real items, as opposed to information. Not that information doesn't have value, it does, but I forget what it was raw honey. I think that kind of stuff could be very valuable. That has always been in the back country of San Diego. They grow all kinds of stuff out there. Well, my grandfather used to grow cantaloupes, and then he would throw them all in the back of the pickup truck and go sit by the side of the road and sell them. So, okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. And welcome to all the new followers, and hi to all the old followers. And I really appreciate you guys watching the videos. And if you have channels and you let us know, we'll subscribe. Some people, I was getting their comments for a long time before it finally occurred to me to check and see if they had a channel. And then I discovered these awesome channels because we all had, you know, common interests. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.